especially the rest of these games, 16 games left or something like that, 14, leading to the playoffs. Like I said, a lot of guys around the league aren't healthy. A lot of teams aren't healthy. And for us to, for the most part, be healthy, I'm getting back 100% healthy. Well, I am 100% healthy. And then we got Brian, who's coming back as well, who's going to be 100% healthy. So, I think we put ourselves in a good position.
All right, Antoine, I'm going to keep it real. AD wasn't playing lights out before the injury. Then he misses all this time. What do you need to see from him if the Lakers are going to rely on him to go all the way now?
Well, I think he's got enough time. I like the fact that he's coming back with 14 games left, so he doesn't have to rush it. You can take the first 4 or 5 games and try to get your legs up on you. We know he's going to build a minute restriction, but eventually you're going to have to open him up and let him play. What I'm looking for AD is the AD that we thought that we was going to see before the season started, a guy that was going to be up for MVP. We need him to be aggressive, attack the basket, do the things he did when they won the championship last year, and even take it to another level. If we can get that type of AD, now you can start. I know LeBron's going to come back. Now you can start to turn the corner and start thinking about championships and advancing. But right now, he has to get healthy. I never experienced a serious injury like this before. All I can do is go off what I've seen from other guys. So I'm interested to see how aggressive he's going to be offensively. He'll be fine defensively, but offensively, how is he going to be driving to the basket? Is he going to be timid? Is he going to become more of a jump shot shooter? Those are the type of things that I'm looking for from AD to see where he's at right now. But I'm going to give him 4 or 5 games. I know this 15 minutes you may not be able to see much, so I'm going to give him that. But that's what I want to see as you go into the playoffs. If the Lakers are going to have a legitimate shot of making a deep run.
All right, quick story, and then I'm going to ask you a question, LeVar. I'm 40 years old. I went back to visit my parents. Went out for a few drinks. I come back, my mom is up waiting for me. I said, Mom, why are you up? She's like, I just wanted to make sure you got home safe. I'm like, Mom, I'm 40 years old. She's like, I was just a little bit worried. That's me and AD. I'm still very worried about the Achilles. He had a quote in the ESPN article where I was like, yikes. I know he's 100% healthy and I trust that the Lakers have handled this well, but this is what it said. I never tore an Achilles, but I kind of felt like sharp pain, like it was ripping, which I had never felt before. So I knew it was something serious. It wasn't as serious as it could have been, but it was still a pretty significant injury. LeVar, I'm basically like Anthony Davis's mom. I am still very, very nervous that this is something to worry about. And if I'm nervous, I assume Anthony Davis is nervous as well, and it will affect his play, whether he goes as hard as he possibly can. But the fact that you're mentioning Achilles outside of a Greek mythology course always gives me concern.
Well, first of all, if you are concerned, the whole world should be concerned. That's first and foremost. But then secondly, when you think about this situation here, hey, Antoine, you said you didn't deal with serious injuries, but were you always at 100%? How often were you at 100% health during your career? How often? How often?
Probably never.
How often?
Probably never.
Probably never. Okay,
Probably
B. Marsh. Hey, B. Marsh. B. Marsh. B. Marsh. During your career, how many times were you 100% healthy? I'm gonna wait.
I gotta go back to my zero.
Wait. Okay.
Zero.
Okay. He's lying. You're lying, AD. You're lying to the people. You're lying to the camera. You're lying to the media. You are not 100% healthy. You are not 100% ready. If you would have told me 75, 80, 85%, I would have been right there with you. I wouldn't have been worried. I wouldn't have been concerned. I would have been looking at it like this man is approaching this from a very realistic approach. And then he ventured into saying that LeBron is going to be 100% healthy. LeBron's too old to be 100. LeBron is not 100% healthy when he's laying down getting sleep at night. All right? The bottom line here is we're going to have to see him do this on a consistent in and out of the games basis to know how healthy he really is. I tore an Achilles tendon. You do feel the pull, the burn, but it happens. Like Achilles injuries, they just happen. It's like, boom. I thought somebody hit me when I tore mine. I'm looking around, me and my teammate. It's like, where you at? Where you at? Who hit me? We're looking around. Ain't nobody there. Nobody's even there.
Yeah, wow.
It came out of nowhere.
Wow.
So I would be concerned knowing if he can accelerate, jump, do all the different things, move and all that. And on a more serious note, that's what I'm concerned about, seeing if he can sustain being able to play at an explosive level at the NBA level as AD.
Well, I was going to say I want to see him healthy, but since you put it like that, then I gotta say I want to see how healthy he is, because you're absolutely right. When you play sports, after a couple of weeks, after a couple of games, you are dealing with something. We talk about it all the time in football. Camp starts, and then all of a sudden you see the training room go from 2 guys in there to 50 guys in there. So guys are dealing with something. There's a few injuries, Jenna, that frightens athletes. Achilles, ACL, and head trauma. Those are big injuries that we don't want to see, we don't want to sustain. So AD, what I need to see tonight, I want to see explosion from point A to point B, whether that's on the defensive side or the offensive side. I want to see how you push off. I want to see a dunk. Just give me one dunk. I want to see how you explode. I want to see how you jump. And that's going to tell us how healthy he is, like LeVar said, because he's definitely not 100%, Jenna.
All right, we'll set that aside. We got to talk about the New York Knicks. I want to say something I haven't said in years. The New York Knicks are the hottest team in basketball. Yeah, those Knicks, and yeah, that basketball. 8 in a row for them, including last night's big overtime win over the Hawks. Knicks now sitting pretty, 4th place in the East. Antoine, time to start taking the Knicks seriously?
Yeah, you got to take them serious as a playoff team. They are a legit playoff team in the Eastern Conference. But the other part is that I don't know if they're ready to make that jump. And what I mean by that is advance in the playoffs. But they got the ingredients going really well to be a solid playoff team, and probably a year away and maybe one other player away from making some real noise in the East. If you look at how they've been winning, they got 7 guys in double figures, which is incredible. Then they also have an all-star, a real all-star on their team. That's what makes them really special. Julius Randle is legit. So they've got all the ingredients to be a very good team and honestly be a playoff team. I still don't think they're ready to advance yet.
So here's the deal. Let's lay the foundation. They're taking advantage of the situation. What is the situation? This is a weak Eastern Conference. We know that. I mean, what teams are really, really good right now? Nets, they're not full health. They're not full strength. The 76ers, they're doing a decent job. You got Embiid back the last couple weeks, and now they're getting back into their rhythm. You know, the Bucks, I mean, I don't know who's taking the Bucks serious, you know, when it comes to the playoffs. What's happening around this team is this. They're really good on defense, but they don't have enough offense. They're probably the best team in the NBA when it comes to playing team ball. But that's not going to get you anywhere come the postseason. Only thing that's going to get you is one and done. That's what's going to happen. They're taking advantage of the situation. Defensively, they're playing lights out, but it's not enough offense. Coach Thib is doing a great job. I always loved Coach Thib. When I was in Chicago, I used to go to the Bulls games. I loved his demeanor. I loved how he pushed his team. I loved the work ethic. I loved everything that he brings to an organization and brings to the locker room. But at the end of the day, this is a weak East, and once they get in the playoffs, they'll be bounced right away.
You know, Julius Randle should be the one that we should be debating. Is he in the MVP race? I mean, we're talking about Steph Curry earlier on in the show, but Julius Randle has been playing like a straight goblin out there. What's a goon to a goblin? Nothing, right? So the thing about it is he's been the catalyst to this team and what it is that they're trying to accomplish. You have to take them seriously, but I got to go with Twan on this one. They just aren't ready just yet. They probably are one player away that will complement Randall in the way that they need to be complimented. And I'm not going to say it's a big man per se, because they do play pretty good on defense, but it now comes to you, Brandon, on the offensive side of the court. If they can add maybe, I don't know, maybe someone who can score from the perimeter at a rapid clip, whoever that may be, maybe it's through free agency, maybe it's through the draft, but if they can add one more